It's me, John Anolani Remus IV. Here is another update on my philosophical insights. A person at peace, not involved in the conflict or conflicting situations, a diplomat, a mediator, is always needed to figure it out, because angry people can't figure anything out. They're attacking each other. And how about focusing on one person at a time during an argument instead of a back and forth? For instance, if one person is upset about something, that issue's dealt with, then move on to the next one. And time is a gift. Either accept it and give it to myself and my soulmate, or reject it and give it away to others. Nobody can make me happy but me. That it wouldn't put others in an uncomfortable situation to have to try to make somebody else happy. You can only make one person happy at any given time. And be responsible for your own orgasms. Say for some reason your soulmate doesn't want to sleep with you one evening. Maybe they're just not in the mood. Maybe they're under the weather. Maybe they're in the hospital for some reason. You've got to remember to pleasure yourself. Right? So, in a relationship, it might be thought that, oh, since I work hard, I should be allowed to be a little rude and you should put up with it. Not in a relationship. No hurt feelings are ever justifiable or acceptable. Find the root cause. And people, I don't believe, are inherently mean, just that they don't know how to be nice and communicate clearly, and maybe make themselves happy first, especially before initiating a lifelong partnership with their soulmate. Okay, so let us live a life that money cannot buy, filled with faith and hope, dedication and self-control, grace and warmth and balance. Now, I'm thinking, instead of a me relationship, what can that person do for me? I'm thinking a we relationship, couple-centered. It's us. It's me. It's always referred to as us, me and my couple. What are we gonna do? It's for us. And we take care of each other's emotional needs, and we just can reach this amazing level of passion because we form together as one and just have this amazing, intense bond. It can sometimes be useful to take a quick break, like maybe one day a week or something, and make sure that you're balancing your goals with that relationship, like your career with that relationship. Now, remember, the sexual desire in the relationship may never die, but there are certain things even more important than that, spiritual, that need to be fulfilled first, so that there doesn't be conflict. The woman and the man have to have a group of, a network of people they can talk to, not just themselves. And try to stop making conclusive statements unless writing about things. Let's see. Just come from curiosity, unless you've experienced it already. and like to ask you what you think instead of trying to teach you, and encourage you to, uh, you know, find your own opinion. Just use what I'm saying and just develop it for yourself. Let it spark something in you. Take a deep breath, relax. Consider the opportunity to pull energy away from the mind and into the heart, where you have true emotional warmth and kindness. And make sure you make your spouse's priority, their needs a priority. Uh, if a spouse says they're unhappy, then the other should say, how can I help? And what is the easiest thing to make things better? That's always the question. What's the easiest way to make things good? Well, one is to, just not be upset uh, at the person. Try to control your own feelings via exercise, via spending time, in your own thoughts, and not trying to talk if you're upset at them. And maybe things like being a vegetarian, get away from the pain of the animals. Okay, what else? Whatever is said becomes so. So if somebody calls me a prince, I behave accordingly, and I focus my resources on taking care of my body instead of acquiring more things. And money is not the answer, and adaptation and change are. And remember, it's important to walk around proudly, you and your soulmate. Can you do that with this person? You think, I'm sure you might be thinking of somebody. Well, think about, it's okay to fantasize and imagine, even if you don't talk to the person. Just think about what it'd be like. Look at the mirror in front of you. Whoever's there, that's like the mirror, the mirror of the oneness of the self. See what that mirror says. Do you like what you see? Really think about it. Imagine if it was to materialize. Would you want it to happen? Consider this thought on another subject. If you're, I think there's a reason that there are hate groups such as the KKK towards certain people and various biases. If you're in a position, try being nice to these hate groups if they're uh, targeting you, and show them that you're good. They must be a reason that they have this bias, and they're upset at certain people. Like, so show them that you're good. Be the prince or princess that you are. All right, how we doing on time? Good. We have another 4 minutes, 5 minutes to go here. So instead of saying, "Oh, he was rude to me," say, "My feelings were hurt when he did this. Is there a compromise that we can reach?" Try to. Okay, those who only read books they agree with may as well not be able to read at all, because, and the same applies to other sources of truth, because independent thought and self-evaluation are important, and it's called dialectical thinking. And for instance, just listening to people, even if you are sort of pretending to agree with them, just hear what they have to say, and you might discover that, you know, they have something there that you don't have. And that's a nice thing when you believe everybody has something for you and that we're all equal, we're all special and unique. So, in the same sense, instead of being upset at someone, notice one way you are making others upset, maybe even animals. And maybe you could ask people, encourage and prompt them to tell you if there's something you could change that would make them happy and not upset. Change your world, not somebody else's. And as far as dialectical thinking goes, listen to a variety of people, visualize them smiling and doing light work. The physical beauty and money is, really is nothing. What is something is dedication, leadership, educators, princes and princesses. Workers as well. And admittedly, money saving is a good habit, I think. But money does not make money. Work is what backs that money. And part of that has to do with the type of currency you use. Does that currency represent the country that you live in? Excuse me. Now, I don't want a relationship. I want a best friend I can sleep with, hustle with, travel with, and live with, and build with. I can trust with everything. And how about that? Now, what would convince you to be happier? And do you treat certain people differently? Like, do you treat somebody who's a millionaire differently? Think about that. Would aliens convince them to be happier if they landed? No, there's no point in living if there's no soulmate, as far as I'm concerned. And what else? Hey, let's see. Reading, take a deep breath. Clear distractions such as new things, like a new house. The house may not look nice, but what matters is bedroom time, with your soulmate. Become free. I don't care if my soulmate gets old and has blemishes and whatnot. I just want to hold her and pleasure her. What else? Try to distance yourself from pain and people who are unhappy. Tell them you're not trying to be mean by avoiding them. You just don't want to become like them. Let's see how we're doing on time. All right, time for a little more. I thought I had to conquer the world, but apparently it was only my desires that I had to deal with. And here I am. I feel like I know the most important things, and I'm glad to share them with you. Take care. See you next time.